Wow.
There it is. I couldn't find the button to unmute myself, so I just sort of gesticulated and then sat there confusedly. Hello, everyone. Oh, my coffee's already almost gone. That's rough. And my coffee is gone. Whoa! Ain't no man here. Your boy is non-binary. But. Oh, yes. Thank you. I love this shirt. Killer is a great pun for that.
We've always been each other's greatest nemesis.
Claire!
Nemesis.
Welcome in, Moros. Thank you for being here.
Plural on that? Nemesis.
What's up, everybody? Just got an email from my bank, and I'm like, the anxious part of me is like, you should read this immediately and worry about it. And the rest of me is like, it can wait. And we're gonna see which one wins. What we are gonna do, Dungeons and Dragons, Dangrons and Donjones. So the two things that I know I need to sort out today are specifically writing down. Panic is my default mode. Panic's not my default mode, but it is for this campaign right now. My kiddo says, Dragoon Lil. Dragoon. Dragoon. Dungeons and Dragoons. Fuck, what? No, right. So I'm not always in panic mode. Just sometimes. And now is one of those times, because I slept very weirdly. And I've been thinking about this nonstop. This being making sure my campaign is still fun and enjoyable and a good story for everyone. And the two things I know I need to do are codify the message that one of my players, Claire, what up, received from Faye's God. Oh yeah, for sure. So nervous my brother said the type of dog I am is a chihuahua. Do you just constantly vibrate? Are you very small? Do you fit in purses? Do you like to stand on logs? But I also need to figure out what the fuck this... Just need to have a vague idea of what this bishop is going to say to the party. If this bishop even winds up with the party. So it might be a short stream. It might be a long stream. I know there's other stuff that I can work on. I have a whole fucking other campaign that I need to be working on. Because why undercommit yourself? The thing I was mentioning the other day was that Celeria, being a business girl, totally has business friends, associates, rivals to conduct business with in relation to kidding up the Pentune for business. That makes sense. Flip, thank you for putting points towards the nail painting. Oh shit, we're almost halfway there already. Wow. This is gonna be like before July that this happens. Like, we've still got a week. And we still have 4 days left in this month. Never mind. That's not happening. But I feel soon. I would vibrate if I was a dog from nervousness, and he said it was also because people rarely expect my boundaries because of assumptions about me. Whoa, halfway there, whoa, spinning in a chair. People rarely respect your boundaries. I can't imagine respecting a Chihuahua's boundaries. So, yeah, you're right. Not because I dislike Chihuahuas, but they are I feel like they would be easy to disrespect unintentionally. I've never actually hung out with a Chihuahua. A Chihuahua. Okay. Get money, get paid. Chihuahuas are beneath the weight requirement of respecting their boundaries. Is that a weight requirement that scales with your size? And if so, is that why kaiju behave that way? Everything I can kick over a fence is barely a dog. Woof. I don't disagree. But rats need love too. If I can lift you, I can legally disrespect you. The list of people Claire cannot legally disrespect is probably very small then. I love all animals. I've seen rats bigger than chihuahuas on the Boston Tee. I've seen rats bigger than chihuahuas in my backyard as a Baltimore native. Like... yeah. I love animals as well. Rats are cute and adorable. I actually think rats are cuter than chihuahuas, personally. And this is why they bite. Yeah. Chihuahuas aren't even big enough to form a rat king. If chihuahuas had tails, they could form a rat king. But they don't, right? Do chihuahuas have long tails? Chihuahua tail. Chihuahua tail. No, well, I guess they have a little curve to them. You could make a Chihuahua rat king. I'm pretty sure that's doable. My beardy was at the vet for a regular checkup yesterday. The vet called him fat. Aww. That's, Lordy. Is it in an offensive way or in a... I think it was a chuck too. In an offensive way. Got it. Adam! What's up, buddy? Welcome in. We're talking about... I think a Chihuahua Rat King would be dope as shit, actually. And that's... Oh, fuck! That reminds me. I was watching Nerdhalla. Shout out to Nerdhalla. And shout out to Tara from Tara. Because I was watching their co-stream this morning. And the concept of an alcohol elemental came up. And now I really want to stat an alcohol elemental. But, like, I have no practical need to do so, but I want to do it. A Tegu would eat chihuahuas and still be hungry. I don't know what a Tegu is. Tegu? 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 Tegu. Oh, it's a lizard! That's tight as fuck! Oh, hell yes! What a good creature! Have an alcohol tolerance stat. Well, yeah, I was thinking, like, Sacramental, a holy wine elemental, rare but excellent on Morok. Sacramental's cute. Red Tegu? Come on, words. Why is MacGyver one that... Oh my god, the red Tegu. Oh, I want to kiss it on its little head. I like how what I said was immediately proven about chihuahuas. Yeah, people don't like chihuahuas. What the fuck was I saying? Right, an alcohol elemental. So I'm thinking a water elemental. But, like, if it moves into your space, you have to save versus, like, poisoning or incapacitation. And they'd be flammable. That's where my head's at with an alcohol elemental. But that's not for right now. Right now, Dragon goals. Be fat, have gold, perch upon gold. Yeah. Dream reptiles, a black and white tegu. Am I saying this name right? Tegu? Tegu? Wikipedia? Save me. Wikipedia doesn't have a pronunciation guide. What the actual shit, though? Pronunciation.
Tegu.
Oh, tight. Great job, me. Cool. I'm not on task. Task is do this. I live in a very small 4-room apartment with a wife, 2 kids, and a beardy. I don't got the spare space. Well, no, just have the lizard sleep with the kids. Tegu shares space with kids. It's fine. Kids get new pet that they get to cuddle all the time. I am a strict pet owner. No pets in the bed. Okay, let me tell you a story about my dog. So, kids get perpetual sun lamp. Oh, Angelus Damnus. Greetings, greetings. That is a very fucking highfalutin name, and I love that. This story about my dog. So, for years, I didn't want to get a dog. And the joke that I still make all the time is that me and my wife made a compromise. I didn't want a dog, and she did. And our compromise is that we got a dog. But like, before we got the dog, I was like, okay, I am fine with the dog sleeping on the bed, but like foot of the bed, under the covers is a no-go. Not cool with it. Less than a week after we got Sasquatch, she was cuddling under those sheets. And my wife was like, I know you said you don't want this. Are you actually okay with this? And I was just like, yes, I want to cuddle dog. So there we go. But my house is about the same. I went with a grow tent for his enclosure. It was a nice space saver, but definitely takes up space. My missus worked at Petco, and unfortunately they had one for sale, so I bought it and told them to never order one again, and they haven't. The only reason Bennett didn't want a dog is because they didn't want to be booted to third most important mammal in the house. There's a lot to be said about the fact that I am the third period in this house. I went from being the second to being the third, and I was super comfortable being the second, and I'm still getting used to being the third. I have to beg my dog to come up on bed with me. He prefers the cool carpet under the bed. Oh no, my Sasquatch. I'm surprised she's not down here right now, actually. She must be upstairs with wifey. She is the cuddliest. Like, if she's not touching you, she has to be able to see you. It's adorable, but it's also very inconvenient when you're trying to like do things. All right, we're doing D&D though. I'm gonna get there eventually. Code Dog Pendant. I can just also make the button to do that. I just forgot. There we go. Code Dog Pendant. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna do this typing thing. We're gonna get there. Claire, do you want to I'm procrastinating, apparently. Do you want to work together on coming up with that contact list, or do you already have a contact list in mind? Like, where's your head on that? I have zero idea of any contact list beyond probably fellow coin biters, probably some rusted edge folk. Reduce scruples but increase ruples. Fucking yes. Well done. Reduce scruples, increase ruples. Identify key sources of non-monetary wealth. Introduce. Identify key sources of non-monetary wealth and extract. Introduce core tenets of worship. After work, you're headed to pick up a makeup transporting case to make for moving terrain easier from house to house. Ooh, there we go. Ziz doesn't need to mandate the introduction of currency, so Larry will do her best to standardize the favor. Okay. If you don't feel like a currency, a formal standardized currency is required, then I'm not going to push that. Introduce core tenant. So yeah, identify sources of non-monetary. Whoa, my word. Ash.
Subscribed for 7 months. It is everyone's favorite barbarian.
What's up, buddy? Thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. 1 favor equals 2 hours labor. Can someone tell me a sliver of info about this world or whatever so I have something to care about? I want to be invested emotionally, I swear. All right. Angelus, this is my homebrew campaign. This is the second campaign that I've run in this same homebrew setting. It's called Metis. It's a sort of 9-realm, very gods and planes focused setting. The elevator pitch for this campaign is that it is 20 years after a war. Just gonna post the core doc because Bennett swears they want people besides the play group to read it. I do. If people want to read it, I'm down with that. I just have to make sure that the sharing is actually turned on for anyone with the link can view. Yep, there we go. Cool. Beneficial for you. So, I got distracted. I have to not read chat while I'm trying to go over things. It's Metis. It's 20 years after a failed deicidal war. The warlord who was intending to kill all the gods has been slain. His forces have been scattered. And now, in the wake of that, as society is rebuilding and people are trying to get back to normal, the party has been thrust into a new plane that isn't supposed to exist, and full of it are people who have no concept of what a god is and did not actually know that anywhere outside of this plane exists. So they've gone from very interconnected, interplanar society, very focused on worship and religion, to a completely atheist, like, not atheist intentionally, but atheist, like, just didn't know gods were a thing, plane, and it's all fiends, demons, devils, etc. They're just not necessarily all evil because I don't use alignment in my games. Jeff Bezos' demons have come to roost. Screech is an ADHD overload. Very cool concept to work with, though. Yeah. I mean, the thing you need to know right now is that shit just went fucky because one of the players accidentally opened a gate to the plane of death. And now, instead of them being stuck in this one place, dealing with the problems of this one place, they now have access to a second place. And I'm trying to, like, plug the holes because I didn't plan for that at all. Is it people being like, gods don't exist and your characters are like, we can literally summon them? I mean, kind of. Yeah. So, like, the long part of it is that Claire Twitch Project's character, is the granddaughter of... Yeah, our cleric was like, I can just make food? And they were like, the fuck you say? Correct. They currently have a food and space shortage. So cleric spells that can create both relatively infinitely are like a big deal to them. We've opened a rift to the Catholic Doom Prep Goth dimension. I would never have considered them being Doom Preppers, but like, yeah, I guess so. I would have just called them undead Catholics. Hot topic. Hot topic is accurate. Right, okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, I promise. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot to it. It's hard to, like, explain it in a short way. So, Ghost. Yeah, that's also a fair assessment. They opened the plane from anarchist hell, or rather, hell that happens to be anarchist, into the plane that is Ghost. Yeah. Yep, that's a good summary. No, you're not wrong at all, Tarzan. So, and now my barbarian is getting his sunshine back. That's such... How Ramek got his groove back. I love that. That's so wholesome. So one of the characters is the devotee of the god of greed. Greed does not currently exist as a concept on this plane. So, her god has tasked her with introducing greed as a form of worship. I can watch this whole campaign play out. Makes me feel like Dimension 20 campaign in the works. I mean, we're on session 20, according to my notes up here. Campaign 2, session 20, day 30 something. We're on session 20 of campaign 2. The first campaign was I forgot how many sessions the first campaign was. The first campaign was 83 sessions. So we're talking about a long period of time. Now, greed, how does one end up with shortages? I guess you could just be short, but they've got to be genetically incapable of greed if food shortages didn't induce greed as a concept. Well, well, that's sort of part of the plot is how do you be completely incapable of greed? Genetic communism. Communism is our default state of being. Convince me otherwise. They do have shortages though because the birth rate is not capped, and they don't die of old age. Only violence. So they're running out of space because it is a finite-sized plane. So why are they still popping out babies? Because people like to fuck. Also, it's not entirely voluntary. There is a ravine on this plane that fiends just come out of all willy-nilly. Nobody knows why. So there's just constantly more demons and devils just like appearing. The reason why that's happening, well, that might be a big campaign plot point. But yeah, so they can't really stop. We saved a Baylor baby. He was angry. For a second I thought you said he was Angel. I'm like, that's not. No, he Balor. Baylor. Whatever. Pronunciation. Why don't the demons just eat the not demons? Predator-prey population control. Some of the demons absolutely do eat other demons. JK, eating people is bad. My friend, you are in the wrong... you are in the wrong channel for that sort of state of mind. Wait, is it not that one? Is it this one? There we are.
You can have dinner with us. You like head cheese? My brother makes it real good. You like it? Hey, look, I got some good barbecue here.
And that's just after we instituted that counter. Cannibalism is absolutely a thing, but it's not considered civilized, and they don't want to resort to it. Also, Ramek literally ate people in campaign 1. We don't do cannibalism taboo here. As long as you just avoid the neurological parts, you're good to go. Just don't get Kuru. Solaria has a vague plan for introducing greed, but plenty needs to be established first. Yeah, there's a lot to go still there. I ran a one-shot for my 4-year-old. She ate one of the bandits. Oh, shit. Did Solaria have to eat a heart during her first Bloodsport win? Probably. Probably! Identify key sources of non-monetary wealth and extract. Introduce core tenets of the Xenowarsa. Greed. Consumption. Trousseau barbecue was a good time. You had the option, but since she's not a native, she's not obligated. Alright, that's reasonable. What's the...
It's time for Plunst.
Oh, it's time for Plunst? Okay, what's our Plunst? How do we Plunst? Well, Plunst. Oh, Ernst. Oh, Ernst. I like that one. I forgot about that one. I'm gonna just make this point explicit. All other considerations are secondary. The first 2 points are sacred moral imperatives. I honestly, so Claire, I think that is just straight up Solaria's mission. I can put it in fancy writing for you if you want, but you pretty explicitly said you didn't need me to do that. And since you're here for the writing of this, I don't necessarily feel like that's a good use of anyone's time. Fancy writing is only if you decide. Yeah, I mean, if you weren't specifically here to witness me writing it, I might do it just for the fun of it, but like, I don't need to go through formatting it and all that stuff. Copy pasta to DMs? Can do. Buta solo. I forgot what your name is. And that's weird because we're talking right now. One, 2, 3. And pin. Alright, we're there. Yeah, I don't need to explain myself. Ramek's been running his sacred mission for 25 years, and that mission is honorable combat and spreading a Poto's glorious light. Being strong as fuck. Arguably, those first 2 points are just part of that third point. Why is it... Did something about the size of things change? Can I alter... No, I can't. I don't like that. That's annoying. Where is... Oh, there it is. Alright. I'd love to run a member of the pacifist cult alongside Ramek one day. Kaz, thank you for hanging out while you could. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great, super fucking chill break. And I want to see the hobby that you get into. Alright, here's the thing. I'm very distracted because I really got to go to the bathroom. And I want more coffee. So we're going to do an early break so that I can do that. Because otherwise I'm going to cry. Or mostly just pee right here awkwardly on stream. Which, nope, this is not the website for that. So, I'll be right back, okay? Good golly, brewing coffee always takes longer than I think it's going to. I am sorry. But welcome back in, everyone. Y'all didn't leave, but I did. So welcome back. Me. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I've always wanted to be invited into your home. Where do you keep your snacks? Because I want those snacks. Rube! How are you tonight? It's not nighttime, but how are you, my friend? My friend. Had some good fresh coffee. We love that in this house. It's got fucking full body shivers from that coffee. That's good shit. Heard snacks and had to come on in. Did I say snacks? Cupboard next time. The fridge. Don't touch my Dunkaroos. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Yo, okay. Oh, cupboard next to the fridge. I have to say, I know that they brought back Dunkaroos because, like, I had some. I was so disappointed to have Dunkaroos as an adult and be like, these are not very good. Because I have the fondest memories of Dunkaroos being just, like, the best. The best. And now, I don't think they're that good anymore. No, they're not. I don't know if they changed the recipe or if nostalgia is just powerful. Just a powerful intoxicant. But, like, they did not do it for me the way... They didn't hit the same way they did when I was a little one. Things you liked as a kid are almost always bad when you're an adult. I loved Beetlejuice as a kid, and it's still one of my favorite movies. So there's that, at least, I have going for me, which is nice. Okay. If this bishop gets summoned, what does this bishop have to say? As established last time, they don't want to interact with anybody. They are so cool with everybody out there dying. But if you've successfully... I forgot about the Brotherhood of the Bleach Knuckle. Hell yeah, baby! Beetlejuice 2 with my... Wait, is Beetlejuice 2 happening? I still love Beetlejuice, but side-eye the fact there's a child marriage. That's the thing, though. Beetlejuice himself is a giant piece of shit, so the fact that there's a child marriage makes perfect fucking sense to me. Like, he is just an absolute piece of scum, and from the moment he, like, first sees Lydia, is trying to get with Lydia, even though she's, what, 14 or whatever? Like, Beetlejuice is a piece of shit. He's a very lovable piece of shit, but he's a piece of shit, and I think that tracks. I heard they're in the works for it. Huh? That's a thing. I would watch it. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I'm iffy on Tim Burton as a person, I would watch a Beetlejuice too because I'm a sucker. It hits different when you're older. Yes, it does. Well, it makes what the fuck are the names of the ghost parents? The ghost couple. Dietzes. The Dietzes, thank you. It makes the Dietzes just abject fucking disgust for him make so much more sense as an adult because you're like, oh wow, not only is this guy dead, he... Dietz Nuts. I'm so glad there is actually a Dietz Nuts company. Like, when I was watching Beetlejuice as a kid, I was like, I don't understand why these people don't like Beetlejuice that much. But now that I watch it as an adult, I'm like, he's a fucking utter sack of shit. And they just want to protect Lydia, both from her uncaring, generally crappy parents, who are just sort of bad parents by negligence, and from this pederast. that they've accidentally introduced her to. Like, I love the Dietzes even more for that. I didn't expect to go off on a tangent about how much I love Beetlejuice today, but why the fuck not? Pedageist. Ooh. I think Beetlejuice is really good. Like from a fucking art direction perspective, it's tight. Like, I saw it really, really young. It was when my parents realized that I liked spooky shit as a kid. They were like, oh, Bennett's gonna love Beetlejuice. So I watched Beetlejuice a fucking lot, because they were right. And they decided that it was somehow okay for me to be watching Beetlejuice a shitload. Even though I have vivid memories of watching Beetlejuice with them the first time and them just repeatedly turning to each other and being like, I don't remember that. This isn't okay for Bennett to be seeing. I smuggled in a used VHS. No, my parents were like, this is okay for you to watch. And anyway, yeah, Claire, thank you for getting me back on fucking topic. The cartoon was also very good. But the cartoon also made Beetlejuice less of a fucking creep and more of just like your wacky, crazy friend. George Carlin from Dogma was summoned by Flesh Jones to deal with interlopers, a thing which can apparently actually happen. Right. Thank you. Phone. What are you doing? Okay, we're good. So, Rias doesn't want anybody on his plane. He's cool with everybody dying. Was cast alongside a known predator? Wait, who's the... Who? What? What? Sorry, hold on. This is like suddenly the most important to me. I had no idea. Jeffrey Jones. Wow. Wow! Wow!
Wow.
That's terrifying. Wow. I don't know how to react. My brain is just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Wow, I'm smiling because I'm uncomfortable. Holy shit. Okay, so I've learned that. Yeah, he's been in a shitload of stuff. I always knew him as that guy. No, it's fine. It's better than I know than not know. Otho. I can't remember the name of Otho's actor, but I don't know, maybe something bad happened with him too. It's 2023, everybody sucks. Glenn Shaddix, which is a fucking outstanding name. All that I can find about Glenn Shaddix is that he's gay and his parents sent him to conversion therapy. And it didn't work. Dude has a Star Wars name IRL. He does. I do know who George Carlin is. Nah, Adam, I appreciate it. I mean, well, between you and Rube getting me there, you know, it's not spelled that way, but it is a name. So, Dungeons and Dragons. One day. Oh, what fell? Oh, my ring light. I was about to say my onion ring, but that's not it.
Time to cleanse.
The other guy in Beetlejuice, the house guest. Yeah, that guy. I heard a plunced, so I'm gonna click a plunced. So I know that's Gwen Stefani, and Mila Jovovich, and Owen Wilson, and Will Ferrell. But that guy next to Gwen Stefani looks like John Mayer. That is a fantastic plunced. Fuck yeah. What the fuck is going on, and why is there a hole in my wall? Plunced. It's so hot right now. So plunced right now. Zoolander is a good movie. I struggle. There have been times in my life that I've been having really serious conversations about eating disorders, and I have to, like, actively make myself calm down and not laugh and go, you mean you can read minds? It's a curse. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. The second one is a fucking hot sack of shit, but the first one is goddamn hilarious. There's definitely stuff that hasn't aged well, but Zoolander's a classic. Okay, focusing. This is a bad sign for how the rest of my day is gonna go. I woke up at fucking 3:30 a.m., y'all. After talking about how much coffee I intake in a day, I was wide awake at 3:30 and I never went back to sleep. Just been doing stuff. Just everyone's ADHD clashing. It's like, I feel like it compounds, you know? Centering.
Put your fucking hands up!
Intends to simply shoo party away with proclamation of... That's the get on track button, or the closest to one that we have. I mean, yeah, pretty much. With proclamation of heresy and, well, Antonia can shoo with a broom the holy weapon of Barias. I haven't given any of my gods holy weapons because I always thought that was kind of goofy. That every god had a preferred weapon. But that's just me. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe other people feel that way. Sound off. Fuck. Since it's simply shoot party away with proclamation of heresy. Okay, actually, no. This is where I have to look up the difference between blasphemy and heresy to make sure I'm getting the word right. Blasphemy is a reference towards a deity or deities, and by extension, the use of profanity. That's not helpful. A belief or opinion that does not agree with an official belief of a particular religion. Heresy is a belief or action that most people think is wrong. Okay. So, blasphemy is heresy, but not all heresy is blasphemy. No. All blasphemy is heresy. Not all heresy is blasphemy. Blasphemy is words, heresy is action. Well, behavior or language that shows lack of respect. Like... Broom is sacred because Barias uses it to thump the ceiling when he's gaming, and the people upstairs get too loud. Disrespect versus actively sinning. Is disrespect not actively sinning? As someone who was never raised Christian, I'm fuzzy on these details. I mean, I was raised Episcopalian, but that really just means that, like, we said the Lord's Prayer sometimes. Damn God, as opposed to God isn't real. Damn God! That's all I can think of. I feel like I've never seen God and damn in that order before. So presented like that, it's damn God. What are those? You can be respectful to the church without breaking the actual scripture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Here's what's up. I'm gonna put this Oreo in my mouth, and it's gonna make me think.
It's always time for Clunst.
Hello there.
Nerdhalla, what's going on? I was talking about you earlier.
He's my pal. He's my homeboy. My rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese. My good time boy.
Oh no, I was talking about fuck, what was I talking about? Why did I bring up Nerdhalla? I'm scrolling back up in chat furiously so that I can get some sort of frame of reference for why I did that. Shit. I don't have the slightest idea. But I talked about you. It wasn't about Bob Ross. Claire, what did I say? Oh, alcohol elemental. Yeah, that was it. The alcohol elemental. Thank you, Claire. No, I'm actually doing D&D Prep today, I was like, oh, I could set up that alcohol elemental. But that is actively hindering me from doing what I need to do before tonight's game, so I'm not doing it. Litanies of shame. I will have fresh stuff to learn about when I see Claire next. Does Claire fucking download you information about the campaign that we're playing? Because if so, I'm flattered. Oh shit. Fucking real verbal confirmation that people talk about the D&D campaign that I'm running to people who aren't in the campaign. We have bi-weekly mittings? Mittings? We have bi-weekly mittings? Wow. Bi-weekly mittings. Nothing else I can say matters compared to that. Shoo away the party with proclamations of heresy and litanies of shame. Not actually intending to parlay either. No? How did I spell this? Yeah, Aquinas, but with an I. Not just D&D, but it's often talked about. Well, that's gross. I can't tell if that was thunder or wife. I think it was wife. Adam has to ritualistically stab me. May as well talk about things to pass the time. Hey, if it works, it works. I hear a dog. I hear my little pupple up. Squatch. Squatch. Squelch. Squelch. Yeah, come here. Come here. Get up in my lap. Oh, buckle up. Oh, bubble up. We got the squatch. We got the squatch. We got the squatch. We got the squatch. Lovely. So Paul, how are you doing? Have you been having good naps in the kitchen? I assume you've been in the kitchen. Oh, you're whipping. You're whipping. You got the tail whip. Is there anything you'd like to type today? You're very good at typing on my laptop. Squanch. Sam Squanch. Yeah. Oh, Papushka. Yes. Does Antonia have individual You want to lay down in your bed? Would that be a good time for you? Oh, you're yawning like you want to go slippy slip. You want to do that? I'll just be here squanching. She's just squatching around. Does Antonia have individual opinions about the possibility of an iconoclast free outside? Focusing a lot on the macro view of the church, but we're dealing with a single clergy folk right now. Well, that's because clergy folk aren't expected to have opinions. When when your God can talk to you and does talk to you because you're an immortal clergyman who never dies, expected and obliquely don't are different. Yeah. Valid. You just sniffing around? Alright, you do your thing. I won't stop you. No, you got a fair point there. You got a fair point there, Claire. Persuasion. We stopped at persuasion. So we'll pick back up at persuasion. Fuck it. Where's my dice at? There's a solution to this. Odds. Yes. No, you're right. You got a good point, which is why I'm now going to say odds. The bishop is inclined to hear out the party, and evens, the bishop is not inclined. That would be an ecumenical matter. I don't know what that word means, actually. What is ecumenical? Ecumenical. Representing a number of different churches. Oh. I mean, that is an ecumenical matter. That phrase is also a joke from Father Ted. Oh. It's been a long time since I watched any Father Ted. Urias can't be ecumenical because it's monolithic. when they visit, they teach it to Father Jack, so he cannot be Father Jack. Okay, fair. Bishop Pericletor is standoffish, but the Grave Wall is overkill. Ball. Pericletor. There's an I in there. Per clitoris. No, per eye clitoris. Hey, Squatch is sleeping in her bed now. Was overkill a mildly persuasive argument? Let's see. Ooh. How does gender work if you're a ghost? Specifically if you're a priest. I think they maintain their genders representation unless they want to change it. Alright. Skipping that thought. It's fine. She can be a she, or they, or a he. Eunuchs. Well, but is being a eunuch its own gender? Is gender stored in the body or the soul? Well, that's a question. Billy boy. Is gender stored in the body or the soul? eunuch was a gender. That's I genuinely ask because like I do not know enough about unicism to have an opinion or a thought on it. Gender is stored in the society of origin. We just get to navigate it. Fair point. Well, okay, so here's my thought. So when I was deciding what the gods of Metis are and who they are, I decided that Urias, the god of the dead, is masculine. Rolling for pronouns is not the point. I'm talking about a greater philosophical experience of, does the Church of Urias recognize gender? And I think the answer is yes. Because Urias goes by he, him.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Slaneshi type no gendered gods. I got a couple of those. Some of the gods are non-binary, some of the gods are fluid, some of the gods are neo-pronouned. Depending on your definition of explicitly trans, I don't know if I have explicitly trans gods, but Hamelia is just void space with eyes. Well, Hamelia is just referred to as Hamelia. I go out of my way when writing about Hamelia to not use pronouns for Hamelia at all. That was the decision that I came to on Hamelia's pronouns. It just makes it very hard to talk about Hamelia out loud. Whew. Hamelia is redacted. The person who finds out Hamelia's gender has to replace Hamelia as the god of secrets. No, Claire, see, here's the thing. You're not equal in death. Saying not to gender roles is still some degree making a statement as to where you consider yourself in relation to your society's expectations of you. That position is naturally that those expectations are ridiculous. That's part of my non-binariness, is that it's just punk of me to be like, fuck you, I'm not a part of your system, man. But specifically in the context of this church that has an explicitly male god by my choice, and thusly by the character, the god's choice, I think gender is recognized, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you're dead, you're better than being alive, and as long as you're a skeleton, you're better than being a zombie, and as long as you're a ghost, you're better than being a skeleton. Those are the rules. Those are actually the hierarchy in the church of, like, living people are the lowest rank, followed by zombies, then skeletons, then ghosts, and then God. So, all genders are created equal. Some genders are just spookier than others. That's a fucking quote right there. Holy shit. Oops. I am adding that to the fucking quote list because that's outstanding. Gender? Spooky. Are they, spooky? Okay, so point is, Pericletor thinks the Great Wall is overkill. That's all I'm gonna say from now on about myself. I fucking support that. Gender Fright, the Gothic for Gender Fae. Oh my god. I consider myself a gender ghoul, sort of like I cannibalize other genders that have died. What a good Pride Month conversation this is. Would see the party invited in on... Anyway, what are Antonia's pronouns? Notice how I'm skipping directly over that? Would see the party invited in on specific diplomatic immunity. So as to visit Big B. Antonia's pronouns are... him. I guess. Diplomatic Pilgrims. Diplomatic Pilgrims is like the fucking lamest indie rock band. Mildly persuasive argument would be to see party invited in specific diplomatic communities so as to visit Big B and plead the case for whatever. Pentune, the Great Wall, etc. I guess I should stat Periclator and the Procession. If combat happens. Yeah, okay. 5e.tools, baby. I should have started at the other end. But alright, I'm here. Mage Hand Breast. Mage Hand Breast. Mage Hand Breast. There. Got it. Cool. It's in there. Tight. Bestiary. Alright, let's just start picking some items, you know? Mask White. That thing was cool as shit. Hopesh of Oblivion? That's tight. Atropal is like a big dead baby, right? Yeah, well, that thing's fucked up. Exploding Bagpipes? Okay, how did we get there? Psychic... No vampires. Psychic Vampire is from Tome of Beasts, though. What I've done is add... where even is it? I added all of the Kobold Press and various other third-party data into my 5e tools so that I can see all the cool stuff. What are we looking for? I was lurking. Just surprised by the name. Oh, I'm looking through undead creatures so as to have a party, an encounter statted in the off chance that my party fucks up their political negotiations and winds up having to fight. Because it's certainly a possibility. Is Death Bark a dog? It is... No, it's a Death Barge. It's like the, can I get an info there? Built in the form of a ship. Lady Zorgon? What's Lady Zorgon? From SNF? Oh, Strongholds and Fortresses. Alright. Okay, so I needed one skeletal doctor. And then just sort of a bunch of whatevers. Jester. Oh, I love Mock the Dying instead of Spare the Dying. That's a good touch. Dying Counselor seems like that might be the way to go. Oh, actually, for sure, though. Yes. Tight. Okay. There it is. Undying Counselor Eberron, right? Yeah. URLW, page 311. Tyrannosaur Zombie. That is definitely a thing. It's not a thing that will be in this fight. Ceramic riding a zombie T-Rex. It might happen at some point. Master of Disguise? Oh, it's just a ghoul that is pretending to be not a ghoul. Huh. A Z-Rex. Thank you for that. That's a joy. Sword. Look at that angry ghost. A Nachzerer. Some kind of plague badness. Malky. She don't look so good. Gaki? Oh, a hungry ghost. King Guardian? Not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, Skeletal Knight is right there. Look at that. Oh, Skeletal Knight is what I based, Skeletal Knight is what I based the other guy on that you might be fighting. But then I did some edits to make him more powerful. What is a Tvyar? Oh, okay. Undead serving Nidhogg. Prison Reaver. That doesn't look healthy or good. Skeletal Knight is probably the way to go, though. Let's get one of those. Let's do one of them. If combat happens, use 5e tools. Skeletal Knight. Disimortum. Oh, that's fucked up. What the fuck is that? Plague Bringers. Okay. Scroll Mummy? Ooh, that's tempting. What kind of wildness do we have for this? A mummy that casts spells. That's dope. That needs to be its own thing. Necrotech River? What makes it Necrotech? Made from the parts of multiple giants. Okay. It's EXE. Oh, Exploring Iran. Okay. Gallows Speaker. Oh, is a ghosty ghost. Okay. Centaur Mommy. Oh, whoa. Centaur Mummy. Centaur Mummy. Worm-hearted Suffragan. Demon Lord of Worms. Alright. Holy shit! I got ear blasted and I didn't expect it. You agree with Mommy? Alright, that's fine.
He's my best friend. He's my pal.
I'd rather not fight a suffragette worm or otherwise.
Cheese, my good time boy.
Yeah, I don't think we have to fight a suffragette. I don't like that idea. They're shadow cast. Blue is what they are. Stinky. Revenant. Peat Mummy. Always, Steph. How are you doing today? Lord Zombie. What makes a Lord Zombie so fancy? Oh, they're fancy Lord Zombies. More like Peak Mommy. Jesus Christ. So all mummies are just mommies? Is that the rule? Looking for oh, that's yeah, that's that. Shibari is hot. Shibari is hot. Congratulations. Oh, what is so actually? What is a Palom? That might be the one. Angry Fight Man, Sorcerer. Okay. Tuna sandwich on a croissant and a tall Mountain Dew. A tall, cold Mountain Dew. Squatch, you getting into mischief? It got really quiet, so I have to assume that there's no mischief. Right? Ooh, with crushed ice? Now we're talking. It's a Dark Father. Incomplete Dragon Skeleton, Gerlastrin. Only halfway made it to Morog. Quiet is when you assume the most mischief. I mean, yes. But, that's why I said, I could just make them. I could just make some white soldiers. Just some white soldiers, you know? Yeah, let's go. Let's do 4x whites. Why is there a W in front of that skeletal knight? Banshee Priestess is a great fucking idea. How many bad guys is this at this point? 2, 6. We'll do 2 banshees. 2 banshees. Yeah, Choir of the Court is exactly what I was thinking. And then we'll get like a preta. No, not a preta. We'll get the little flying thing to carry stuff around. Or feet. Stomping Foot, Crawling Claw. Ooh, I love that this is called Ooh, Orrery of the Wanderer. ghoul bat. Oh, ooh, ghoul bat. Okay. Okay, first of all, that thing looks dope. That's tight as fuck. It is just an undead bat. That's cool as shit. Keen hearing, but yeah, we'll do some fucking ghoul bats. Let's go. Do 4 ghoul bats. Is this a wildly unbalanced encounter? Yes. Have I given up on making balanced encounters? Also, yes. To wait as long as necessary to discuss sort shit out. Well, not. If it's unbalanced in the party's favor, great time, easy game. If it's unbalanced against the party, rigged. Yeah. Flying crabs. I want to say that this is a thing that exists in real life, but I can't think of what it is. What's a flying bug that's got pincers? Does such a thing exist? Flying insect with pincers. I'm going to regret Googling this. I regret Googling it! Dobson fly, but those are mouth pincers, not claws. Flying insect with claws. You're showing me more Dobson fly. Alright. Well, I looked at that, and now I can't unlook at that. Crab ghouls as messengers where their claw meat is gone, so the messages are stored in the claws. That's pretty fucking tight, actually. Holy shit. That is extremely good. Ghoul crab. Also, ghoul crab has a good ring to it. You might be the only ones closest to what you're looking for. I work with insects. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like crab claws, but can fly. Just crack the claw open, take the message, and then cast mending before popping the arm back on. Well, yeah, I mean, well, also when everything in the fucking plane is undead. Hello there. Farah! Wow, we got so many flying critters in chat. What's up? Welcome in. I think a winged beholder might be overkill. I'm pretty sure they can fly without wings, but I'm not gonna argue with it. Bone holders. Yeah, death is in the eye of the bone holder. Okay. So, unfriendly bishop, but unfriendly bishop who thinks the current state is overkill. So is willing to hear out the party. They've got stats if they gotta have fightings. They have really good emotes. You're telling me. Okay, so what else do I need to know about this situation? So they got the priest that they can talk to. If things go well and the priest doesn't try to myrtleize them, they just invite in. Would they invite them in? Would they go out to talk? Am I having this dilemma just to avoid designing a town? Maybe. Would shifting to a different topic help for a bit? I could run my bullet points for Solaria's meeting and see if that prompts stuff. Fucking let's do that, because yeah, I have hit a wall. And I would love to hear about Solaria's meeting. Walls up! No, we don't want walls up. We want walls down. I want to be able to just steamroll through those creatively. Like this, apparently. This is steamrolling now. Yeah, that's right. Walls down. Thank you. DM'd. Oh, man, I have to look at Discord. Oh shit, oh fuck, the Pentoon are coming to Metis. Sorry, I was eating an Oreo while squinting at the screen. Here's a plunged. Mega Minds. In NADPOD, I just finished the back and there's plunced. Fuck yeah, Moros. I love that iOS Discord to Google killed the formatting. It was my Discord to Google killed the formatting. Oh, iOS to Discord to Google. I can't read. Fucking NADPOD. I'm gonna answer the NADPOD question. Jivlin just made a noble sacrifice for the sake of, I think Rosie is her name. And they are Jivlin. Sweet A's. It makes me so mad. Yeah, we've decided it's really hard for me to try to do a New Zealand accent because it just turns into like British. Sweet A's. Fuck off, Ghost. Yeah. It's very good. It's very good. That's where I am right now. Is that just happened. Yeah. Jevlin is delightful. Good old JV. 49%? 49%? What's 49%? Oh, shit. We're 49% of the way on the nail comp. cannot believe we're there that quickly. The whole invading the vampire manor and killing all the vampires was like, mwah, much like Critical Role. The part with the vampires is my favorite. Hard One has gone through a lot. I'm still at the point where Hard One is Hard Fang, I think they called him, or Hard Bite. They haven't quite figured out what he's gonna do yet. Like, they're in the middle of the insurrection, or cleaning up the insurrection in right outside of Red Fen, and like the granny just shot that guy, you know? The granny just shot the guy. Those of you who don't listen to NADPOD, rip at trying to understand what we're talking about. But what is even the formatting in Discord? Got it. Okay. We're gonna do this. Pop. Delete. Bring gems. Keep gems in hammer space if possible. What do you mean by fucking eat my butthole? What do you mean by eat my butthole? No, what do you mean by keep gems in hammer space, Claire? Yeah, if you like D&D podcasts, NADPOD is not another D&D podcast. Fantastic. If you're a Dimension 20 fan, you will like Not Another D&D podcast. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, you might be a fan of NADPOD. I just mixed like 14 jokes together, so you're welcome, everyone. Bags of hoarding, portable holes, etc. Larry is concerned the competing Zygians may sniff out the sudden influx of wealth, or even Coin Mom butting in herself if there's enough in one spot. So Emily Axford was on Critical Role? When was Emily on Critical Role? Larry's Holy Meeting from her POV. Recently? Oh! I'm so not in a Zelda one-shot. I'm really not caught up on Crit Roll. Like, the first maybe 6 episodes of Campaign 3 just did not fucking gel with me. So I haven't, like, caught up. Oh, she's in the main campaign too. Well, shit. Yeah, Campaign 3 was not gelling with me, so I'm not caught up. But I want to be caught up because I want to know what's happening with fucking Imogen and Laudna, because I want to know what's happening with Imogen and Laudna. Like, but there you go. That's what I have to say. The party is split up. Well, Dungeons and Drag Queens on Dimension 20s in a few days. Really? I thought it was longer for now than that. I can't mouth words. Longer from now, that farther away in the future than that is. I could start again and have a decent idea of what's going on. I would want to catch up from where I've been. I cannot jump in midway and, like, not have my brain devour itself. Dungeons and Drag Queens is going to be so fucking good. I'm very excited. What am I doing? What am I doing? This. Holy crap. If this is what my brain is like while I'm doing prep, I apologize in advance for all of y'all who are playing in my game tonight. It's out tomorrow! Well. Discussing extra-dimensional stuff, yes. See love. Ooh. Brennan should wear eyeliner more. But I also have to take issue with... Not take issue with. I have to say, I don't get it. Brennan is such a sexless being to me. I have no idea how to explain that. Like, even as a raging bisexual, Brennan does not activate any neurons for me. Like, I think he's fantastic. I love him as a DM. I like the way his brain works, but I see him and feel nothing. Nothing in that specific regard. Brennan is the time-displaced amalgamation of my own masculine mania. As such, he is significantly unattractive to me. Yeah, that's very fair, Claire. Very fair, Claire. Very fair, Claire. Makeup Brennan makes me raise a brow. I mean, makeup is just paint for body. Like, make pretty. Makeup make pretty people. Pretty people pretty. I don't know where that thought was going. I'm just saying, makeup makes everybody look good. That's where I was going. That's where we're going. Okay, no, fuck. Table of travel. Timetable of travel. That's the thing that I can pretty well decently establish without problems. We're talking... I am a bird person. I like a good show and pizzazz. That's a really good way to put it, Moros. I say about a matna from now. About a month to prep second astral skiff. Longer to make more. Longer to make more, but not required for Pentune. If by rift in time is even more meaningless. Yeah, did I say 2 weeks? I'm gonna say 2 weeks then. Longer to make more, but not required for Pentune. Not required for Pentune. If someone showed up doing a bird dance, they got a good chance of having my attention for the night. 2 weeks is the actual traversal time. Oh, okay. Got it. About a month to prep second astral skiff. About 2 weeks. Uzrith to anywhere via astral. Not required for anything. Not required for some things. Not any of the things we're dealing with right now. There's absolutely nut-based god worship, but not the ones we're talking about right now. Like Daddy's mayo. We going to Japan now? We're not. Jesus. Oh, stream D&D, they said. It'll be fun, they said. It actually is. This is great. But also, this is awful. Well, okay, so that's the... So it's... You're looking at like a month and a half. Break is ending. Thank you for hanging out on your break. I appreciate. I hope your workday's fucking chill. And I hope you get something cool that is unexpected to happen to you in the next 3 hours and 20 minutes. Because that's weirdly specific, so why not? You ever paint a beholder, asshole? Is that, have you ever painted a beholder's asshole? Or is that, hey, have you ever painted a beholder, asshole? Because I just did. No, the beholder that I painted did not have an asshole. But holy crap. What color? Oh, pink, right? Is this the Gordy that you were working on earlier? Or is this a different beholder? A different butt holder. Green with orange tongue / asshole. It's a different one, same sculptor. Oh, okay. Gordy's Twin Goddess, though, right? Did Twin Goddess do multiple beholders? Was I not aware of that? Orange starfish. Christ alive. I'm gonna go back to focusing. Oh, hack and slash. That's what it is. Thank you. I'm gonna do D&D prep and stop thinking about buttholders. Beholder that likes to turn themselves inside out and become a different beholder. That's pretty cool. Much to the party's horror. Okay, so then so the party has plane shift or gate now at this point, right? Because of Iris. What spell is it? Fucking... What is the spell? Now that they have buttholes, you can make a beholder centipede. Holy shit. How many I-beams is on a beholder centipede? This also reminds me of my favorite Tom Cardy jam. Red Flags. It's a fucking dope song. Why can't I find... Plane shift. Right, because y'all are level 13? Yeah, y'all are level 13, which means she has access to plane shift. You're not level 19. You went up to 8 willing creatures, yada yada yada. It's instant. Okay. I'll take leveling from you. I'm not taking leveling from you. I'm just trying to make sure I know which level y'all are. So that I know which spell to assume we've got. So, anywhere via astral. Once in Metis. All any speed because plane shift. Which wouldn't be able to transport the whole party, but could transport the whole Pentoon. So that's something. Got it. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna bold that. I'm gonna bold this. Explain the planes. Got it. What if someone hope you did this to me? I read what you wrote and I didn't know how to read it. Bagman will get them? What if someone stows in a bag of holding? Well, then you can carry more people. They just have to make sure to get out before that 10 minutes is over or whatever the time period is. So you could conceivably do everything in one trip once you're back to Metis. So there's that. I need more bean juice. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get more coffee. Decided to bite the ship in my Spelljammer campaign. Moros, please explain that to me via text. I will be right back, and I can't wait to read that because what the fuck? We're taking a quick little break. Because that's what my body needs. That's what my body craves. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, gonna dip out. Goodbye, Adam. Thank you for being here. And Claire has been roped into errands. Bye, Claire. Thank you for being here. Moros, tell me about biting the ship. Confused and intrigued. Bite that shit. Character doesn't like the ship because it's alive and tends to over-improve things. The crew has a captain, a spelljammer, and a navigator. How do you over-improve? Party actually enters Morok, not via violence. Meaning they'll leave my very impulsive, moody character who licks things unsupervised. Yeah, okay. Party actually enters Morok, not via violence. Antonio will lead them to Cats and Parish. Nearest town. So he's gonna wait till they're busy and bite the ship. Is he expecting to, like... Is he expecting to win is what was gonna come out of my mouth, and that's not what I meant. But... Well, maybe I'll just put town in quotation marks. And I'll just toss a heading for Gadsden Parish down here. Just in case. Just in case I need that. Oh shit, alright, I gotta... Okay. Gear shift. Slight gear shift. I just got asked a DMing question that I would love to answer. So I'm gonna do that. The ship doesn't understand petty. It seems to think it's a higher being above everyone else. So nom nom nom. Fuck yeah. Alright, check it. I just got advice asked of me, so I will now provide advice. The question for the DMs out there, out of curiosity to my players, don't worry about it. Me asking this has nothing to do with you. How do you plan for big battles? What do you physically write down, save, plan? Do I have thoughts? Yes. For what it's worth, I'm answering this on stream. It's officially content. How do you plan for big battles? Know the battlefield. Terrain, geography, but also what might change as a result of massed combat, big spells. Know the battlefield, know the armies. How does each side fight? Is it a pitched battle? Or an ambush? Is it a pitched battle or an ambush? Are they evenly matched? Does either side have reinforcements on the way? Knowing the battlefield is not just like the terrain geography, but it's also like defensible positions. Each side fight. Are there reinforcements on the way? What was the other thing I was about to say? Weapons. One side wins or loses. Is this predestined by plot or in players affected? If players can't affect it, make them feel like they can. Railroading is fun as long as the sightseeing is good. That's a good piece of D&D advice from me to you. If players can't affect something, make them feel like they can. Railroading is fun as long as the sightseeing is good. Battlefield down the armies. Yeah. How do you plan for big battles? Are the players leading the fight? Or just acting in it? Throw rocks at trees and trees at rocks. My general DM advice. Throw rocks at trees and trees at rocks. I like that. Are the players leading the fight or just acting in it? Are the players leaders, generals, or a single unit / squad? If leaders maybe use non-D&D rules for combat, Warhammer or Risk or a more simple homebrew. If single unit, run game is normal. You know, tell everyone it's going to be a big battle and accept yourself it's going to be big. Yes. That is also fucking very good advice. I'm going to fucking add that right now. Focus on important events or enemies, not just slogging through 200 goblins. Accept for yourself that big combat is confusing, stressful, and sometimes tedious to run as DM. And don't panic. Similarly, ask your players for a little grace, since this is likely a huge session or several. Thank you, Aniros. That's fucking good advice. Yeah, well, my life advice is just check vibe as it's going on. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a general D&D rule. Vibe checks for days. Specific enemy units with reputation. Okay, general how-do plan. Know the battlefield, the terrain, the geography, defensible positions and fields of fire. What might change as a result of massed combat, big spells. Know the armies. How does each side fight? Is it a pitched battle or an ambush? Are they evenly matched? Does either side have reinforcements on the way? Why are they fighting? What's at stake? What happens when one side wins or loses? Is this predestined by plot, or can players affect it? Are the players leaders and generals, or are they single unit or squad? If leaders, maybe use non-D&D rules for combat. If single unit, run game is normal, but focus on important events or enemies. Not just slogging through combat with... Not just slogging through combat with 200 goblins. Except for yourself, the big combats are big battles. Confusing, stressful, and sometimes tedious to run as a DM. So don't panic. Ask your players for a little grace, since this is likely a huge session or several. And just keep the vibe checks rolling. What do I actually write down? You want it done fast? You just want the outcome? You could do what my friends and I do. Roll 1 dice flat. Roll each for a battle or important events. Highest wins. The higher the difference, the more thoroughly they were beaten. But that is brutal. I mean, that's not a bad way to do it, honestly. That's more or less when I've done big battles or big campaigns in game, like sort of like off screen in game. That's basically how I do it, but I'll like give advantage or disadvantage depending on how previous battles have gone or how organized or ambushed things are. Like the big final battle of the last campaign, I rolled to see which NPCs survived, and if they got fucked up, how fucked up they got, and if they survived, how gloriously they battled. So, you know, that's a good... I dig that advice. But I feel like that's not what this person is asking for. What do I actually write down? I'm a very wing it kind of DM. So actually, I'm just gonna make this a disclaimer. Well, I've probably thought about a thing. I've probably thought about a session or plot arc. So I don't write down much. Not everyone does this. Your mileage may vary. What I actually write down? Specific combat encounters for the party. Consequences of victory or loss for all involved and how that affects overall plot. I think that's about it, really. Plus maps. How that affects overall world/plot. Just realized that my impulsive guy is setting a bad example for his awakened shrub. Should probably set a good example before his kid gets too big. No, he should teach his kid that if somebody's being snooty, you fuck them up. Eat the bastards. Exactly. Teach the shrub to eat the bastards. He's already a great parent. There you go. I love that, like, how do I plan is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, big paragraph. What do I actually write down? 2 sentences. That's DMing, baby. What's up, Squatch? You here down to get comfy? What a good girl you are. She's under the table. That's where her bed is. Okay, we did it. We did a great job. I'm very pleased with myself. Let's get back to my game. Oh my word. Oh no. Okay, so I was just completely silent for a second. I just picked up my terrain carrying case and I'm in love. Fuck yeah. So is it like a big old Tupperware guy, or like what kind of situation is it? So I was just thinking about the daily life of the living people on this plane of death. Thinking about, since the undead are revered as priests, not revealed as priests. But if the undead are revered, that means they're like preserved and cleaned and cared for, which means that possibly one of the primary sources of like protein for living people in this plane is like would-be carrion eaters. Like, excuse me, layman, can you scoop the maggots out of my shoulder blade? I think they'd be a wonderful dinner, and they itch terribly for me. I think they'd be a wonderful dinner for you, and they itch terribly for me. Like, I feel like that would be a thing. And that sucks. That sucks big time. Sometimes you have world-building ideas that you hate. And that's one of them. That is super crap sack. Tiered out like a tackle box, but has a soft material on the inside, so it's nice and not rough. I'll take pictures and post on the cord. Fuck yeah. Yeah, if it's I'm very curious, because my current way of transporting terrain is very large Tupperware, and that's not ideal. That sounds disgusting, and I love it. Eat the rich jerky. Well, so this particular plane is like really, really strictly just like this one church state religion. because all the priests are undead, so the priests never, like, die. They never die of old age. Traditions get clung to painfully. And the undead are revered above the living. So everything's, like, super stratified and, like, very calcified. Petrified. Very appropriate. All these bone terms. So the rich are going to be the priests who have had literally forever to accumulate wealth and secretly eat the rich jerky. Got it. Yeah, so it would have to be undead jerky that is an act of blasphemy. Which, again, sounds real bad. I don't know if that sounds better or worse than shoulder maggots. Oh, what if they give out the things that are eating them like fucking communion? Like, instead of communion wafers, it's like, eat of my body. Here's this worm that I found in my forehead. That's... Oh. Huh. Drink of my blood, pours out a glass of motor oil from their throat. Depending on your texture preference, it sounds like you have options. Yeah! You get chewy and rubbery, or you get chewy and dry. Oh, the drink of my blood is awful. But blood is actually a profane substance in Morog. So, they don't fuck with it. Blood is a substance that is purely the pure view of the living. The dead have no need of blood. So blood is like filth. Blood is vile to the Church of Urias. Nice bone meal bread. I was like, yeah, I'm figuring that the living people on this plane probably eat like mushrooms and lichen and imported food because they're not growing a whole lot of their own food. Because all the soil has no fucking nutrients because nothing that ever dies gets buried. The funny mushrooms? Oh, you know it. You know it's the funny mushrooms. Always the funny mushrooms. Ooh, that's fancy! Look at this thing.
Hello there.
That looks great. But wait, mushrooms feed off the dead as well. Yeah, they do that. And that is a catch. But mushrooms can feed off of plant matter. So I think that's the direction that they go, is that they can grow... Well, they wouldn't be able to grow trees and stuff due to a general lack of nutrients, but they could import trees from other planes. This is so complex. This is a nice, this is very nice. I like this. Approximately how big is that? Would you? Oh, actually, there's your hand. So never mind. That answers that question I just asked. Nice. Maybe there's a... Maybe there just aren't currently living people in the plane. Because the plane's been just completely sealed off from entry for the last 20 years. I think 20 years is long enough for everyone to starve to death, right? Because it doesn't take that long to starve to death. How long does it take to starve? 3 weeks. Yeah. So maybe there just straight up aren't living people on the plane right now. That would simplify a lot of the questions I have to ask myself. But I still have to figure it out because there were living people at one point. Yeah, without water, it's like 3 days. I knew how long it takes to die of dehydration. I didn't know how long it takes to die of hunger. I don't know why I did or didn't know that, but that's the case. Excuse me. You might, I might have hit the I'm as prepped as I feel like I can get wall. We might just be in Wingetville. Depends on a lot of variables for food, access to meat, etc. Yeah, fair. Well, yeah, when you have when you have fluids that are more nutritious than water, it changes things. But I think I'm gonna call it. I think I might call it. I don't know what else. I could start prepping for a different campaign, but I kind of don't want to do that. It might be like nap time before I actually run the game. All you need is mead. All you need for mead is yeast and whatever you want to put in it. All you need is mead. Yeah, I mean, well, you need water too. You can't just do yeast. Yeast is a living organism. Well, yeah, you can, if you are reckless enough with the way you live your life, you can cultivate yeast in your gut and actually generate your own alcohol in your body and make yourself drunk off of it. That is a thing. Because yeast is a resilient beast. I don't suggest trying to do that. It will kill you eventually. You could have a yeasty landscape. You could have a yeasty landscape. You could have some yeasty beasties. Actually, probably the yeast would be like top notch, because if everything's in this like undead stasis and like nothing gets moved around a whole lot, like the yeast cultures are probably like generations on generations of like doing great, doing just fine. Yeah, exactly. It happens to some people when they eat bread or gluten. Yeah. I think it's auto brewery syndrome, something like that. But still, to make bread, you need a grain. I don't know, maybe you just have nasty, mealy bread. We ain't had nothing to eat but maggot bread for 3 stinking days. You know, that sort of thing. Although why there are maggots in bread is like, that's a... Check your bread, dude. I think this is as far as Brain is gonna go today. Just a kind of a cool character design for a Warforged Golem that's a mead maker. Ooh. So I have previously had the thought of running a Warforged as a Swarmkeeper Druid and having it be like a Warforged that literally has like a beehive in it. But giving it brewery tools and making the tummy brewery and the chest a hive, that's a fucking maneuver. Dry the maggots and crush them into a powder. People in Brazil do it. They also make fly patties in Africa. I mean, let me try that again. Insect protein is an absolutely valid source of protein. That's the whole thought that I had. I think it's whack, but I think insects are whack. They're just creepy. They're scary. They're terrifying. Yeah, I think it's raid time. Does anyone have raid pinions? Opinions on raiding? Does anyone feel like they know who we should go Viking for? Insects are fine, but once you start talking worms, I'm out. I mean, there's a lot of things that are just like, nah, that's okay. Okay, we got a lot of people on today. All right. See you tonight, Ash. Thanks for hanging out today. It was a surprise and a pleasure to see you in stream. Thank you. Oh, Kaz is doing something cool. All right, we're gonna go raid Kaz. Because Kaz was here earlier. Do I have other things to say? Tomorrow, playing Disco Elysium at night. Thursday, I'm painting. I just looked this up earlier today and I've already forgotten. What am I doing? Thursday. Oh, Thursday I'm painting these birds. I forgot. Yeah, I'm painting this wall art as a commission. They're gonna be seagulls. And then Friday, I'm doing more mini painting, and Saturday I'm playing Alien Isolation. Which is always good for just being goddamn terrifying. So, thank you all for your patience, for your joy, for your strong and good advice on so many topics. And I'm gonna catch you next time. As soon as I learn how to spell. Got it. Roll 20s. Only 20s. Roll so many 20s.
Studio and Mrs. Craftwell. Ooh. Yeah, like Chromonaut is doing. Whoa! Another one. Hello there, fireman. Welcome. How did your D&D session thing go? Your D&D planning? How you doing, fireman? Go over there. Say hi to fireman as well. Doing loads of Dungeons Dragon stuff, paint minis, and he likes Bloodborne.